We are here at the red carpet for A Kid Like Jake. Let's go see what the stars have to say about the film.
It's about relationship. I think it's really about how you could say parenting. I'm not a parent and I really connect to this story, but it's about, parenting or in this relationship when their child is not fitting into a box, and how that pressure can how that plays out in the family in ways that you don't expect.
As we're getting ready, Claire and I's characters, to find a good school for our son as he's about to turn 5, we need money, we need to apply for scholarships. And Octavia's character, who's the head of his preschool, suggests that we utilize the fact that he's kind of got a gender fluid way of playing. He likes being a princess, and that's real interesting, and they're looking for diversity.
Jake likes Cinderella, and my son likes football. And adults don't know how to deal with that. And I am the mumbling, bumbling friend who doesn't know what the right words are, doesn't know how to navigate the situation, which happens with so many people when it comes to a topic that's as sensitive as that, when it comes to something that's as sensitive as this.
My storyline's about IVF and fertility and whether or not I want to have kids. And there's this other storyline about how to get this child into private school in Manhattan. And I think both stories are talking about how do you make choices. How do you become comfortable if you're not conforming to what society says you're supposed to be like?
It it stirs a lot of, it's very provocative for us, and and creates this little crisis. We love our boy, but it's about that minute, and then the child is fine. It's just the adults around him who are concerned, confused, and worried that he might not have the easiest time in life.
I mean, in many ways, it's a relationship drama, and but the stone thrown into the puddle that causes the ripples is this one little issue about the kid who is fine with everything. The kid's okay. It's the adults around him trying to do best by him that are like, and what's so great about it, I think, is the way that Daniel, who wrote it, kind of turns the lens. It's not on the kid. It's because the kid, again, doesn't have a problem. The kid's just being who he is, whatever that means. And we don't even know for sure at the end of this movie. He's a 4-year-old, And onto the people who most affect his life, the adults that are his teacher, his 2 parents. And it's the way that they're dealing with it that causes him any real turmoil he may be having.
Like when you can't control the world outside of your house, how it can come out between this couple, or between their friends, or between the friction of not fitting in. And it really explores that in a very human way, where people are allowed to make mistakes and say the wrong things and sort of get to the other side of something, so they can love and support their kid. And create more room and more curiosity for that. But I think you have to deal with some of the fears first,
So I love the way this film has been written with just a human point of view. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not know everything. I learned so much about gender and how to navigate it while doing this film, and I hope that that's what people take out of it.
The way he's written this dialogue and these very human interactions and arguments they're having, they could be arguing about anything. It would be a joy to be a part of. It's that kind of thing. Anybody, you don't have to have this specific issue in your life in order to relate to this. This is anybody who's ever been in a relationship will recognize some of this dialogue. I don't have a child, but I don't need to know that this is how people talk to each other when they're in love.
I had to come on to support it because it's a story that people need to see, because people are so afraid of it. I think the world today is so scared of offending someone or not knowing what to say, and I think this movie addresses so many things.
Well, it was beautifully written. It was a wonderful cast, and yeah, there's this theme of identity and gender, and a really important idea that we're all thinking hard about in our culture. But really, more than anything, it's just a portrait of a couple and a family, and I think it's entirely relatable for everybody.
A Kid Like Jake sounds like a wonderful film. Make sure and check it out. I know I will be soon. Make sure and stay tuned to more red carpets here at the 2018 Sundance Film Festival.